1846, war broke out between the US and Mexico. Mexico was much bigger than today, controlling the modern-day states of California, Arizona, Nevada, and more. In less than 2 years, the US defeated Mexico, taking more than half their land. But if the US was able to beat Mexico this easily, it raises the question, why didn't they annex all of Mexico? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First of all, demanding territory was much easier to do when you occupied it. While the US had occupied parts south of what they eventually got, they hadn't occupied the entirety of it. If you control territory, you could have a much better chance of taking the territory, as you already controlled it. Occupying all of Mexico would have been impossible for the US, as Mexico was enormous. Second of all, this would make Mexico fight back harder. You see, only a few people lived past the Rio Grande, so losing the land wasn't too bad, as most of their population lived south of the Rio Grande. But annexing the entire country would make every person in Mexico American, which meant more people would enlist against the US and would fight more ferociously, as they would now be fighting for their country, not just a small portion of their population. The final reason was because of slavery. The reason the US refused to annex Texas at first was because the northern states opposed adding another slave state. Because a huge chunk of Mexico was beneath the Missouri Compromise line, that would risk adding many more slave states to the US.